Hi there, my name's Nick Jerrard and I'm a public health engineer designing above ground drainage services in Bournemouth. I work for a company called Hawley, which has 12 offices worldwide. I work with mechanical engineers, civil engineers, architects, electrical engineers, various clients and specialist contractors. I'm a STEM ambassador and I have been for the last probably 12 to 18 months. I've always been involved with STEM. I've always enjoyed science, technology, anything engineering or mathematical. Okay. As a kid growing up, I really wanted to be a fireman, which obviously I'm not. Since changed, and I wanted to be involved with something that's related to the environment, but also helps sort of keep myself active, keeps my brain learning. So the role that I've been doing for the past 8-9 years now, I've loved since the day I started. Designing drainage, seeing buildings, working on the buildings that, you work on a drawing. 2 years later, there is a building which other people are using. It's always been something that I've enjoyed since the day I started. I get to work with different types of software, different types of media. I get to involve myself with different types of people daily. It keeps myself active, keeps the enjoyment levels high, I would say. Something that quite, motivates me to continue. So moving on to your questions, as how do I work with other teams such as architects, engineers, etc. to make sure everything works? Well, as part of my job and part of my duty, I have a duty of care. I need to make sure that my systems are coordinated with the architect, with the civil engineers, etc. and actually physically will work. Okay? The contractor will be responsible for the final build, however, my design must work. So to ensure this, we use regulations, design guides, building part H, one of the most important above ground drainage guides. But we also work with different types of pipe work. So we're making sure that our designs are robust and have considered the wider audiences, the wider manufacturers, the wider strategies to make sure that it all forms part of a building, part of a puzzle. To answer the question more thoroughly, to make sure it works, we simply do that. We design everything holistically, making sure that what we have done is actually regulation compliant, is actually considering the building itself, and actually ticks the employer's requirements, ticks the client's requests. So to answer a couple of questions together, one being how is sustainability factored into building services or above ground drainage, and is flooding accounted for? Well, over the last sort of 6 years, regulations have changed. The requirements under various regulations have changed. This means that flooding needs to be accounted for, also means that rainwater needs to be mitigated or reduced. Okay, so we do that by understanding what the flow rates are or what the envisaged flow rates are per second for each area. Okay, Bournemouth pool, somewhere down here. We then make sure that there is enough storage, attenuation or harvesting procedures in place so that the sewers external to the building, which might be existing, built years and years ago, are suitable and will still cope with the new building. We do so in line with these graphs, which you can see form a set parameter in blue and red that we need to work with. Okay, and this also makes agreements in terms of how we manage the building, making sure that we know what we're restricting and that there is suitable cover. So once that water or that foul waste has gone through the systems, down through your pipework, toilet coming in, drainage coming down, once that's factored in, once that's gone through the building, connects to the civil engineer's design. That then goes to the highway, which may go to one of two places. It could go to a sewage treatment plant, could go to a natural aquifer or attenuation area, such as a large pond for rainwater, or it could simply just continue in the sewer until it reaches its final outfall, which could be a further sewage treatment plant, a pumping station, a storage facility, or so on. Moving on to the last question that I have from you guys before we put some of them into the questions and answers. Do pipes or drains need replacing? Yes, they do. Different types of materials, different types of pipework have different life expectancies. Cast iron, up to 30 years. In London, cast iron is used significantly. It's the level of assurance that they have, the level of durability, the level of quality that London requires. However, typically at home, UPVC, okay, that has a 20-year life expectancy. Sometimes less, depending on the heat or depending on what systems it's serving, how hot the hot water could be. Is it exposed to radiation or ultraviolet rays? Okay. In short, yes, we need to consider how long they'll last and if they can be accessed for replacement. There's no point putting something in place or designing something that needs to be replaced within a year. Okay, you'll look at the life cycle. Thanks for watching my 5 to 6 minute short video. As I said earlier, I'm a STEM ambassador, but I am proud to be a STEM ambassador. It's a large network of volunteers, and we're all committed to bringing the STEM subjects that we've been involved in since probably a young age, 5 to 6, and we've been involved with since A-levels, university, etc., to bring them to life, help demonstrate the value of them throughout a career. If you want to request a STEM ambassador to support your local school or community, or some activities that you are potentially having, whether this is face-to-face or online, then please visit the STEM Learning website and they'll put you in touch with the relevant people. Hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll be answering your questions as part of the live streaming of this video. And any other further questions, please feel free to ask. Take care. Thank you.